I lost my confidence because I realized that my teeth needed to do work and they looked dull. So I was not smiling as much, very conscious of my mouth, but very concerned about wanting to do some work. The big prohibitor for me in the UK was the price and the cost of doing this. I knew I needed to get it done, but it was like taking out a small mortgage. So when I came to Brazil, I didn't come to get my teeth done. I came for other reasons. And my very good friend, Clarice, noticed my tooth, especially in the middle, because it was a little bit black in the corner, and said, "Hey, what's going on there?" And she immediately informed me of getting some treatment and work here. I was a bit hesitant at first, but then I said, okay. And she contacted her very good friend, Simone. Simone obviously knows you very well. And it was recommended to come and make an appointment to come and see you guys. And it's the best thing I ever did. In fact, the best money I've spent outside of buying my house. All I can say is that I've been smiling from ear to ear. When I go to the gym or walk out, I immediately go, and I notice that people notice my teeth. So it's not that I didn't have confidence, but it's just increased my confidence even more. First and foremost, speaking to yourself. When I came here, the conversation we had, the techniques, the professionalism. I was very impressed with the service from the moment I walked in. Certainly in comparison to UK dentists, you spent time talking about and explaining the process. I'm not saying they don't do that in the UK, but it's a completely different experience. And when we sat down, I was amazed at the cost as well. So with the professionalism, the service, the techniques that you showed me that you'd be using, it was a no-brainer. It was the easiest decision to make, a very easy decision. I was a bit cautious before I got here. I walked away almost on cloud nine. And that was before we even started. And I can't talk highly enough about this dentist. I've spoken to probably 20 people since I've been back home about all aspects: service, quality, professionalism, the staff. And I've been around for a few years now, and I'm amazed. I'm totally amazed, because one would think living in the UK, London, a very rich country, a very rich city, known for its quality or supposed quality. And it makes the UK look like a developing country, honestly. And that's no disrespect to the dentist there, but it's like night and day.
Was there anything that made it difficult for you to decide to get an implant?
No. No. I met you based on knowing Clarice, who obviously knew Simone, and therefore the recommendation. So it was the recommendation of an excellent dentist. And in actual fact, I had a couple of other friends who, when I told them, said, "Hey, come and you can come and get a second opinion in our dentist." I said, "No, I have no need." Once I met you, I didn't need a second opinion. I'm not saying other dentists are not good. I was fully satisfied that you were going to do the work. One of smiles. I smile a lot. I feel great. it's amazing what a difference it makes to your temperament. I mean, I'm fairly confident anyway, and I converse with people fairly easily. But yeah, even I have to admit, I walk around and I don't I think I naturally smile. I'm not very good in front of cameras, but yeah, I walk around with a bigger smile on my face. 1000%. In fact, I've already started recommending. I was recommending from when I went back to London and it wasn't complete. Why? For all the reasons that I've said. Professionalism, quality, service, price, all aspects. I can't speak highly enough and won't and will continue to speak highly of you and your practice. I think you are brilliant, and the service that I've received has been excellent. Even small things. I was saying, when you go to a dentist in London, even small things like from reception, being offered water or coffee, doesn't happen in the UK. I mean, that alone, I was just like, wow. I remember when we were having some of the treatment, it was like, well, do you want to watch a film? What music do you want to listen to? Even in some of the top practices is in London, yes, they may have, you are not getting that level of treatment. So for me, the whole experience, in fact, I would take a video of your practice and go back to the UK and say, this is the standard. If I was a teacher, this is the standard you need to get to in the UK, because the dentists are nowhere near this. Generally, even if they are good dentists, you know, a lot of people are frightened of problems with their teeth. But even if you were one of those people here, you'd feel very comfortable, very welcoming. It's honestly, you'd have to. I talk about it a lot, but it is so different to the UK experience, really is. And I've been going to the dentist since I was 8 because I have such a sweet tooth. So I've been to different dentists over the years, and yes, you go in, you service, you get your teeth done. I'm not saying the dentist can't do the work, but this is just a different level in all aspects, from how you run your practice, everything. I typically wouldn't be raving about a dentist, but when I go back, I'm not only telling people about my teeth, I'm telling them about the whole experience, and just saying it makes the UK, honestly, it makes it look, it's kind of embarrassing. It's like, come on, the quality of service just all around just isn't there. And most people, that's the trouble about it. It's like I always say, just generally, the great thing about what I admire about the British is the way they manage to upsell themselves. They've done that brilliantly, because the reality is not that. The reality is for the 10%. The 90%, similar to Brazil, aren't getting what, I say, it's the picture postcard. You see the picture postcard on the TV, but the reality for most people is not that. That's it. Yeah. So thank you.
Sure, very good, man.
Thank you.